How does the world end? With a bang, or as poet T.S. Eliot suggested, a whimper. Humans have been pondering the end of days since we first contemplated our mortality. The threats to our earliest existence were mostly from phenomena beyond our control, such as massive volcanic eruptions, floods, pestilence, and ice ages, to name a few. In time, we have become the biggest menace to our survival through conventional, biological, chemical, and nuclear warfare, as well as the despoiling of the environment. So, what makes humankind unique? Nothing really, and there is no reason why we will not join the 99% of species that have left Earth's stage. We do not know how it all will end, but scientists, philosophers, cultural pundits, and theologians have all weighed the possibilities. And here we have made the 10 most possible upcoming disasters that can wipe out humans. Number 10. Supervolcanoes. Scientists believe we are overdue for a supervolcanic explosion, an eruption bigger than Krakatoa, Mount St. Helens, or Vesuvius. Way bigger. Such an event, scientists theorize, could throw massive amounts of debris into atmosphere and cause the Earth's temperature to drop. Humans may only get a warning of a few weeks or months ahead of a titanic volcanic eruption. It might originate in Yellowstone National Park. A massive eruption last occurred there more than 6 lakh years ago. Whether or not the supervolcano has driven humans to the brink of extinction before, such massive volcanic eruptions, which release toxic gases and cool the planet by filling the upper atmosphere with sunlight deflecting compounds, are suspected to have triggered several other mass extinctions in the fossil record. Number 9. Global war. Global war can include conventional confrontations, biological and chemical warfare, and, of course, nuclear conflict. The fear is that a conventional war could escalate to any or all of the latter outcomes. Warring nations used chemical weapons such as poison gas in World War I, and more recently, Iraq and Syria used chemical weapons against their foes and their own people. Both the United States and the Soviet Union experimented with germ warfare during the Cold War. We have come close to nuclear conflict a few times since the dawn of the atomic age, including the Cuban Missile Crisis. Even though the Cold War ended a generation ago, Russia, China, and the United States still have significant stockpiles of nuclear weapons. Other nuclear club members include North Korea, India, and Pakistan. Number 8. Asteroid impact. We are now well aware of the danger asteroids could pose to humanity. They are, after all, thought to have contributed to the extinction of the dinosaurs. Recent research has made us aware of the large host of space rocks in our solar system that could pose danger. We are at the starting point of envisaging and developing systems for protecting us against some of the smaller asteroids that could strike us. But against the bigger and rarer ones, we are quite helpless. While they would not always destroy Earth or even make it uninhabitable, they could wipe out humanity by causing enormous tsunamis, fires, and other natural disasters. Number 7. Pandemics. There have been no shortage of devastating pandemics throughout human history. The plague of Justinian practically destroyed the Byzantine Empire in the 6th century. The bubonic plague in the 14th century killed 1/3 of Europe's population by some estimates. The Spanish flu claimed millions of lives 100 years ago. The outbreak of Ebola in the Democratic Republic of Congo reminds us that the modern world is not free from deadly viruses. And how can we forget about the most talked about COVID-19 here, right? Pandemics have the immense power to shut down the entire world in hours and take lives as if it's a game. Our world is more connected than ever, increasing the opportunity for disease to spread quickly around the world. So look out before you go to China again, because we cannot suffer another 2020 just yet. Number 6. Solar flares. Solar flares are gigantic magnetic surges from the sun that hit the earth with subatomic particles. We are shielded from the effects of ordinary flares by our atmosphere and earth's magnetic fields. However, so-called super flares, millions of times more powerful than ordinary ones, could bake the earth and start to eradicate the ozone layer. Fortunately for us, there is no evidence to show that our sun has demonstrated that kind of behavior. Even so, scientists do not know why super flares occur. In 1859, the worst recorded solar storm knocked out telegraph lines, the internet of its day, which burst into flames. While solar flares in recent decades have caused power failures in parts of the world, the biggest solar flare of all time was recorded in 2003, but at an angle where Earth managed to avoid its full brunt. Number 5. Black holes. Yeah, we aren't hearing this name the very first time, but those of you who are, black holes are areas in space where the gravitational pull is so strong that light cannot escape them and they pull other objects into their grasp. The strength of the gravitational pull results from the amount of matter compacted into a small space. Black holes occur when a star is dying. Researchers believe there are about 10 million black holes in the Milky Way alone. Black holes give little warning as to their direction. A black hole would not even have to come into Earth's orbit to cause disaster. Merely passing through the solar system could disrupt orbits of other planets as well as ours. That would cause disastrous climate changes. And now what scares us the most, that how little we know about these holes. Like literally we have no idea what would happen if it sucks the entire Earth. It is possible, right? Tell us what do you think in the comments. Number 4. Mega tsunami. Tsunamis are massive walls of water capable of leveling anything in their path. These tidal waves gained worldwide attention following the catastrophic Indian Ocean tsunami of 2004 and the Japanese tsunami in 2011. Both of these tsunamis were like most tsunamis, triggered by earthquakes that caused enormous waves to spread outward from the quake's epicenter. Mega tsunamis are similar to traditional tsunamis in that way they are walls of water pushed forward by energy that extends down to the ocean floor. They are largely harmless in the open ocean but become devastating when they reach shallow water. The base of the wave stops, but the rest of the water simply roars inland, ripping up trees, collapsing homes, and carrying off cars, boats, and any living creature unfortunate enough to be in its path. As the name implies, mega tsunamis are larger versions of a traditional tsunami. Number 3. Gamma ray burst. Never heard this one before, but let me assure you, nothing on this list is any less catastrophic than other. Gamma ray bursts are the most dangerous from radiation. Gamma ray bursts likely result from the merging of two dying stars and can travel through almost anything, including walls. The event generates powerful beams of energy, firing charged particles into space in a spectacular surge of light. That is eye candy for astronomers but deadly for anything within 3,000 light years of the event. If Earth were to be in the path of a gamma ray burst, radiation would destroy our atmosphere and produce nitrogen oxides, a gas that would eradicate the ozone layer. Without the ozone layer, the sun's ultraviolet rays would reach the surface unimpeded, wiping out the plankton in the ocean that produce oxygen to the atmosphere and disrupting the food chain and what not. Fortunately for us, gamma ray bursts have been distant and scientists believe they are rare. Fox said that the average galaxy has gamma ray burst occurrence once every 10 million years. There's always a what if factor. What if gamma ray bursts find us in the next few years or months, because 2020 has become the most unpredictable year now. Number 2. Overpopulation. The fear of an overpopulated globe has been around since the 18th century, when Thomas Malthus predicted the population growth would cause mass starvation and overtax the planet. With the global population at 7 billion and counting, many conservationists think population growth is one of the key threats to the planet. Of course, not everyone agrees. Many think population growth will stabilize in the next 50 years and that humanity will innovate its way out of the negative consequences of the overcrowding that does occur. The end of humanity on earth is a given, but this is not something to make us crawl under a table. It is something that we cannot change, similar to our lives having a definite start and end. Number 1. The sun. The sun, like any other star, has an expiration date. At this point, the sun is about halfway through its life of converting hydrogen into helium through fusion, a steady process that emits heat and allows life to exist on Earth. Once the sun runs low on hydrogen, it will start fusing helium. The ensuing reaction will push the layers of the sun outward and possibly pull the Earth toward it. That would mean the end of our planet as we know it. Another result of the demise of the sun would be that Earth could be ejected out of its orbit and exist as a frozen rock in deeper space. And that would be all. Let's end this one here before it gets any creepier. If you think you enjoyed, do press the like button. In case you want to continue watching videos like these, go to our YouTube channel and have some fun, guys. Make sure to drop some comments and tell us how you like the channel. We are signing off now. Keep vibing.